Morning, because it's morning when I am doing this live time together. Morning brief for Sunday, January the 9th. This is an opportunity for me to share just a little bit more background in preparation for the sermon in our worship service on Sunday morning. So I'm Pastor Carrie West, by the way, and it's such an honor for me to serve this church, Sunrise Church in Pueblo West. So for whomever may be joining me live, and for those of you who watch this recording, I welcome you this morning. So we're in a new year. This is the first Sunday I'm back, or first Sunday of the new year in which I'm here. Took last Sunday off, and so it still feels very much like New Year and saying Happy New Year and look at all that God has before us and excited for this new year. Even though we are still in the pandemic and having to kind of shift and pivot and do some things differently in order to support our community and support the health and wellness of all around us. So just FYI, our worship services are there. We're doing 2 on Sunday mornings for this month, just to kind of help spread out the attendance and help everyone can come. With that said, and because of just the way the dates have fallen this year, we're marking Epiphany today in worship. And Epiphany is the celebration or the event of when the wise people came to see the child Jesus. So we will be reading in worship Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 through 12. We are very familiar with this story. At least we think we are, right? So what I want to talk about this morning is kind of this balance that I hope that we all hold when we think about the traditions of the telling of the story of Christmas, of Jesus's birth, and especially this portion of the story where we talk about 3 wise men who traveled and brought gifts to the Christ child. And so the title of this today is It's Good to Question, because I think especially in a passage like this, we really need to hold carefully what tradition has taught us and what the text actually says. It's much like, well, let's just say this, that, we talk about 3 wise men when the text does not tell us how many wise people came, just that there were 3 gifts that were given. It might have been, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. It might not have all been men. We don't know. The text really doesn't tell us how many, but we know that there were 3 gifts that were given, and it is really cool. Tradition will tell us something about those gifts, but the tradition of like gold, frankincense, and myrrh, and what they stood for, what they symbolized, is something that we thought of or came up with to understand a little bit more about those gifts. The kings or the magi or the wise people who brought those gifts probably didn't intend them the way we talk about them, right? But it's still there's some really significant truths and some real powerful images in this passage. So what I want to just invite us to is to really be able to question and feel comfortable questioning our texts, to question what Scripture might say to us, because we might find a much deeper and broader meaning for our lives when we bring questions to our passages. It's so easy to say, oh, I know this story, and to just kind of read through it, and then we miss some of the more important things. And that's what I'll be talking about in the sermon today, is kind of, what is this story really leading us to? What is it indicating for us now? So I want to give you permission. I want to give you permission to question when you're reading texts, especially these passages that are familiar, to question. Wait, I thought I understood this, but I want to know more. Why do we continue to talk about 3 wise men when there might have been more or even less? To question Herod's response. This idea of questioning our text does not minimize the power and the inspiration and the Spirit's movement of our biblical readings of our Holy Scriptures, right? We will not diminish the truth that God would reveal to us in Scripture by questioning it. Okay? And if that's something you've been taught before, I hope you can unlearn that. By questioning and digging in and trying to figure out new things or revelations of God from our Scriptures for 2022, the year 2022, man, that doesn't mean we don't believe. It doesn't mean we're not faithful. In fact, often it is in the questions that we ask and the knowledge that we seek in which God becomes even more real to us. So today, probably just be giving a shallow, deeper end, but we're going to go underneath what we've been traditionally taught or traditionally think about this story of the Magi coming to see the Christ child. Excited for this new year. I hope to either see you in person in worship, or you are welcome to watch our live stream, which today will be at 11 a.m. And of course, the services stay up on Facebook and YouTube, so they're available for you to watch anytime. If you are watching this from another time and place, meaning another area outside of Pueblo West and another time besides 8 a.m. Sunday morning, wherever you are and whenever you are, I pray that you have blessings on your day, blessings in your life, and more peace and knowledge of God than you had yesterday. So for those of you in the area watching before 9 or 11 a.m., you're welcome to be at church this morning. We'd love to have you. So God's blessings upon you all. May you have a wonderful questioning day.